Today is a very sad day in the history of Vanessa. Today, we are telling you that we sold the van. Lower the flag. Seriously, I think it's just mixed emotions. One,
we are super happy for the new owners.
yeah, this guy, well, the guy in the couple, he is a legend in Canada. He's no Wayne Gretzky.
Actually, it would be accurate to say all Canadians at one point had some of his artwork in their hands.
That is very true. We're extremely happy for them. They're amazing, but obviously we're sad to let go our baby.
Yeah.
Our first child is now going to college.
I'm pretty sure it would feel like the same to leave our child go to school for the first day.
It's an object, not a kid.
It felt like a kid to me.
Vanessa had feelings.
Yeah.
So in this video, we'll be telling you why we sold the van, who we sold it to, and
there's a secret piece of information at the end of this top secret segment, hidden somewhere in the French lesson or right after it. Okay, let's go.
this is my flag. Hi, we're Dom and Marie.
Since 2016, we traveled the world by van looking for the perfect road trip, until we decided to buy and convert our own little home on wheels that we named Vanessa.
Every Sunday, we share parts of our van life experience with as much details as possible.
Tips, tricks, and stories that we hope will inspire you to start your own travel project.
But for now, buckle up, subscribe, and enjoy the ride for this new episode of Van Life Sagas. So a question you may have is, why did we sell the van?
Because it was a piece of junk.
No.
Because we felt it was time for us to let go of our first project, and because Marie and I liked the process of converting a truck
With our
a lot.
dads. Yeah.
Yes. Plus, the 136 Pro Master we had was of a good size, but in a near future, Marie and I might want some kids.
Or Dom's brother has a kid. I have cousins that are young and that would like, and I would like them to come with us in the van. So just having a third seat would be very, very nice, but we can't in our tiny 136.
Yes. So I think we made the most out of this 136, and at one point, Marie and I looked at each other and we said, maybe it's time to give another couple the chance to live in that van called Vanessa. So that's why in the last couple of weeks, we were like, hey, we're looking for a new owner.
So, I mean, the only reason why we are selling the van is because we want to have another passenger, someone, you know, a third passenger to sit and sleep in the van, and we can't do it in the van we have now, so it's the only reason. Again, the setup, we love it. The tininess of the van, being able to park in a regular parking lot, the maneuverability of the van.
Maneuverability!
I mean, it's still in perfect condition.
Yeah.
We love the design, we love everything about it. We just, if we want to have another passenger, we need to have another van,
So I think the timing of fall 2020 was the best one to start looking for a new owner.
When did we decide to sell the van? When we came back from the trip in October, we knew it was going to be cold and the van would be parked. So that's when we decided, all right, let's do it. We are officially selling the van. Because we had been going like back and forth. Do we sell it? Do we keep it for another year? And that's where we decided we'd sell it. And I mean, the fall has been, we've been working on the van.
There were a few steps for us to go through to sell the van.
Yeah.
And one of the first steps was to do all the repairs.
Oh,
And something funny happened in one of the videos we posted last fall.
in one of the videos, I say something like, in order to sell the van, we need to bop, bop, bop. And I think we only received like one message of someone telling us, like, did I really hear you say in order to sell the van? And I was like, oh. Right, so to sell the van, we need to paint inside the cabinets.
And while I
Shit.
was exporting the video, I was like, shit, I think you said to sell the van, not to prepare the van or whatever.
Yeah,
So we had to repair all the stuff that we've broken in the past. There was a few minor aesthetics stuff to...
they weren't really reparations, they were just like,
Aesthetic stuff.
Yeah.
Like drawers, panels,
Yeah,
paint,
yeah.
stain. We maintained the countertops.
You're right, I painted everything again just to, you know, the white to be crystal clear, perfect like snow.
Yeah. And one of the things that made me the most sad was removing the lettering on the van. And at one point, Marie was like, we have to take off all the branding because the next owners are not gonna drive around in the Van Life Saga van.
When I
Today is a very sad day for Van Life Saga. We are taking off the lettering of our main operation vehicle. So as of today, the van will no longer be the Van Life Saga van, it will be an ordinary, boring van.
the lady of my dream. Oh yes,
This is hot, very hot. So you never get too close.
by the rings.
So in the process of removing the van lettering, we decided to change the name of our project. From now on, we will be named Van Life Gas. But I won my case. I kept the yellow lines just in case the next owner wanted the additional horsepower.
And so we talked to the owner, which you'll know about in a few minutes, and we told them, like, do you guys want to keep them? And they're like, heck yeah, man, the van is gonna go faster. So we
like-
decided to keep the lines, and that made us so extremely happy. And it's just nice because, I mean, even for you, you'll be able to see Vanessa in the world right now because she still has the yellow stripes.
Yeah, and on top of that, the next owner told us, I want to keep the spirit of the van intact. So
Yeah.
he also kept the Saga Machine 001.
Yeah, and the sun.
And the sun on the side of the van. So I was like, this is just the perfect transaction.
Yeah.
Where was that couple all along?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. So removing the stickers from the van was a very emotional day.
I was just making jokes to cover the fact that I was sad.
You were
actually.
crying, were you?
Yeah, I was inside, I was crying. I was crying. A lot of people were asking online, why didn't we advertise the sale at large? We wanted to offer the opportunity to our friends and families first.
Yeah, close circles because shipping a van obviously
Is very expensive.
very expensive, very
As
expensive.
free as possible.
And I mean, it's just way easier paperwork wise to keep it in Canada, to keep it even in the province, even like, you know, shipping to the States was just a nightmare even with COVID. So I mean, it was just way easier for us to sell it in Quebec. So we decided not to advertise it at large.
Yes. And at one point, we were in Jasper, Alberta, Canada, and we received a phone call from a guy I worked with in the past and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And they start asking questions, and we realized they knew more about Vanessa than we did. They knew the length, the size, the weight. Obviously, they did a lot of homework before calling, and
Yeah.
they also tried a ProMaster 136 before calling us.
And that's something that was very important to us
Yeah.
because I didn't want to sell the van to someone who would, you know, not appreciate it or call me a few weeks later after buying the van and tell me like, you know, it's a little tiny, I'm not comfortable, I'm not this, it doesn't have this. So I really wanted, you know, the couple to buy the van or the person buying the van to really understand what Vanessa is about, what she came with, and what were the possibilities.
After a few phone calls, I think we talked twice, right?
Yeah, at least like 2 or 3 times.
And we just said, all right, the van is yours. You can have it. And
Yeah.
I was like, never. I'm never gonna sell it. And at one point, Marie had to convince me to sell it because
Dom didn't want to sell the van. Like even after that moment when we told them like, you know, the van is yours. When we came back from the Rockies, Dom was like, you know, maybe we should hold on to it. And I was like, dude, no. Like we told them we were selling the van. We need to sell them the van.
So I was about to run away with the van and never appear anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
The new owners of the van are called Chris and France
And Twix,
and Twix.
3 owners.
They have a dog.
Yeah, the dog isn't ours, guys.
Yeah, that was just a feint.
Yeah, but I still want a dog.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. So Chris and France are 2 young professionals in the region of Ottawa-Gatineau. Chris is a photographer. France works at the government, I think.
Yep.
And they live together right here with their dog Twix. Right there, sorry, with their dog Twix.
Twix.
They were mountain bikers, hikers. They travel all around the region to just hike, do some outdoor activities.
They're us
etc.
in 10 years.
They're very, very nice people,
Yeah, they're
and
amazing.
they're already taking out Vanessa for rides every week, I think.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Chris once or twice with his bike in the Gatineau Park, and I was like, he's already out with Vanessa. You have to give me some time to, digest
Get
what's
used to
going
this.
on.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and they're keeping everything. They're,
Yeah.
the yellow stuff. They're calling it Vanessa still.
Yeah.
The lines are still on there. The sun is still on there, and
Fun fact about Chris, this guy, he's a photographer and he's like quite the photographer in Canada. He is the one who took the picture that is located on the $5 bill.
yeah.
Like the legit $5 bill. He is the one who photographed the photo.
No, I got the opportunity to shoot for the Bank of Canada, the $5 bill. Not the actual bill, but the actual photos on the bill. I got to shoot the little kids and the parents skating and tobogganing and playing hockey. And then this was sent to an artist, and then they rendered it into an illustration and turned it into a winter scene, or the series of bills that came out in early 2000s. I think this was 2001 when it first came out.
So you actually shot
Yeah,
these
I photographed,
kids.
yeah, each person individually, the dad and daughter together, this little girl individually. Originally she was a little redhead, but then we ended up photoshopping a different child's head onto the body.
because we don't like red hair people.
Yeah. In Canada, there are no redhead people. They're not allowed through our borders. Just kidding.
Yeah.
On there. So that's
So that's why I
Pretty
was
insane.
saying all Canadians at one point in their life held
Yeah.
one of Chris's pictures. So yeah, so at one point we just sold them the van. It was a very exciting day for them, a very sad day for us.
that's not true. Like
And I hope they know how sad we are today.
no.
What you doing?
We're going to sell the van. It's a very sad day.
It's a sad day, isn't it?
Driving to the outside, wasting my time. Took my place high
Any comment?
on the ride.
I'll miss her. She's been nice. She's been really nice.
The Walmart park. I'm proud to be just who I am. Salute the flag just like Uncle Sam.
We have arrived, Libby, at the buyer's house. I feel like we're doing a big drug deal.
Nice house, dude.
Nice house, dude. Nice van now, dude.
Payroll deductions, 401k, matching contributions that's they never gonna pay.
Honestly, I thought it was going to be very, very difficult for me to sell the van and, say bye to Vanessa because I did give her a hug. But seeing them so happy with the van, we get there and France is like, so Chris went on Amazon, he bought this. Now we're going to keep this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And, next week we're going there and then next summer we're going to be going there. I wasn't sad. I was just so happy.
So happy for them.
So, I mean, I didn't even cry when selling the van because I was just like so happy for them. And I know they're going to take so good care of her.
Damn good casket, damn the times get hard.
Ça sera pas long. Là, je mets mute par en bas. Là, je fais signe. Hey, allô! Fait que là, on s'est mis à jaser pis tout ça. T'es-tu contente?
Jobs are scarce. they're
We wish them luck and happy travel, and I
Flat
hate them.
tires.
We said hate them and flat tires at the same time.
They went down the road.
Safe travels, guys. We love you. We know you're gonna take care of Vanessa.
Absolutely.
If it weren't for you, I think we might still have the van looking for the perfect owners.
Absolutely.
But still, when we showed up at your place, started talking,
We knew right away you were the ones.
we knew right away that Chris and France and Twix were the right owners for Vanessa. She's gonna have a lot of fun with you guys, and we sure hope you do too.
And I mean, mixed emotions. Obviously, it's sad to let her go, but we've had so many great memories, starting with when you gave me the van, when you surprised me with that empty cargo box in the middle of the parking lot, and then building it with her dads and
going for a trip on the North Shore for the first time with her, traveling west twice in 2020 because of COVID.
Meeting a lot of people, and we had so much fun in the van. And
Meeting a lot of people with Vanessa. That was fun.
Pas fait de signe de quelle odeur. Raison pour laquelle tu vois les petits bouts.
Them jobs are scarce, they're hard to find. I'm talking
Adds
about
up
a
to
job
5
that
more.
gives you peace of mind. I got a plan that won't bring me down. I'm gonna burn that big store down, then I'll be free as a bird in a Walmart parking lot. I'll be free as a bird in a Walmart parking lot. I'll be free as a bird in a Walmart parking lot.
so this is how we sold the van, and why we sold the van,
And who we sold it to
and who we sold it to.
now.
Arrête de faire ça.
Non, mais je fais pas exprès, Chris. On l'a fait en même temps sans le savoir.
Hey,
je
hey,
m'excuse.
hey!
Now, if you see Vanessa, take note.
It is not us.
It is not us anymore. We removed all the Van Life Saga writings on the truck.
We left the stripes.
We left the stripes. It's still written 001 on it, but we're not the owners anymore.
Yeah, someone wrote to us 2 days ago and said, I think I saw someone in your van. Like, did someone steal
Stole?
your van? I was like, no one stole the van. So if you see the yellow stripes, honk. Chris is amazing, and France and Twix, and they'll probably wave hello because they're just great people. So,
Yeah.
And if you do see Vanessa, say hi from us. And
I dare you to kiss her without getting caught.
be gone, man.
Let's go for the French lesson.
See you next week, guys. Because we are back next week. Next week, we're going to be
Big news.
big news next week. Because obviously,
It's not over yet.
it's not over till the fat lady sings.
French lesson number 35. Je vais péter tes pneus. I will slash your tires. This sentence is very straightforward. Je is for I. Vais is for will. Péter is for slash. Te is for your. Et pneu, very hard word to pronounce here. Pneu is for tires. Now, what is very weird with that sentence is that péter is the French word for to fart. And it would sound like, I will fart your tires in a literate way, but it would sound also very stupid in a gang fight. I will fart your tires. Instead, you have to say, je vais péter tes pneus. I will slash your tires.
Bonjour,
Allô, Christophe?
ça va bien?
Ça va bien, toi?
Pas pire, pas pire.
Ouais? T'es-tu au bureau avec
un
la...
peu déçu pour le confinement, là, mais
Ouais, c'est clair, hein? Fait que, t'as-tu une nouvelle de la vanne?
elle est toujours débarquée. Elle vient de débarquer, dans le fond, à Saint-Romuald. Mais c'est ça, là, comme je dis, dû au confinement, on ne sait pas qu'est-ce qui va se passer. Est-ce que ça va sortir? Est-ce que ça va... ça débouchera peut-être pas non plus.
OK, ben, alright. Fait que la seconde que t'as des nouvelles, tu me tiendras au courant, là.
Oui, ça, c'est sûr qu'aussitôt que j'ai des nouvelles, je regarde à tous les jours. Puis aussitôt que ça va être écrit « libéré du port », ça veut dire que je peux aller le chercher. Ou on peut aller... il va nous le livrer.
Where no one